Hi, I'm Shannon Green with At Chronic Pain Austin, which is my Facebook page. My YouTube channel is Chronic Pain Support Group and Life Hacks. If you guys will please subscribe and like to my channel and page, then I can continue making these healthcare holistic videos for dealing with chronic pain. Today I want to talk again about GBS recovery. So this will be the GBS number 7 video. I have made 6 other prior videos about the GBS rehabilitation process. So you might check those out. Each video I try to talk about a different GBS residual that we're dealing with. Again, GBS stands for Guillain-Barre. In the layman's terms, it is a neuromuscular autoimmune disease which attacks the myelin sheath, which is the coating around your nerves. Even though your nerves can rejuvenate and heal about 1 inch per month, is what I have researched. I think it depends on the person, but they do have the ability to regenerate. But the problem, why that doesn't help very much in the GBS recovery, is the messages between the nerves and the muscles do not work correctly. And they're very unpredictable. I mean, sometimes the muscles and the nerves, the messages function correctly, and then other times they don't, and you can just be in a mid-step and just your knees buckle and you hit the ground, which I think is the hardest part of recovering from GBS, is the unpredictability of the disease and trying to get people to understand why one day you seem to be walking normally and the next day you're on a cane or a walker, or you just have a lot of falls. It's just very unpredictable, thus very hard to plan. And it's very frustrating for friends and family members because you don't look sick, so people don't understand. They think that you sleeping a lot is a form of laziness, when the extreme fatigue that has, I mean, there's no words for how bad the fatigue is with the GBS recovery. It's like, if I was to describe it, it's like walking through a sandstorm with the wind hitting your face and pulling you one way, and then trying to shuffle your feet through sand. That's what it's like, a day in the life of someone recovering from GBS. I'm 3.5 years out of having GBS, and I only had a mild case. So I was just in the regular hospital. I didn't have to be in the ICU. So, you know, I know many people have, but it seems that no matter how bad your case was, these same residuals seem to be pretty same across the board. And I've talked to hundreds of people all over the world that have suffered from GBS. And we all report the exact same residual symptoms. The number one being nerve pain, the shooting pain, tingling pain. It's just god-awful horrible. And then the inflammation pain, like you get knots in your muscles and your muscles just ache all the time. And then the extreme fatigue. I mean, it's all you can do some days just to get out of bed. And then if you overdo it one day, then the next day you can't hardly get out of bed, and you pay for too much activity for the day before. So trying to balance just a daily life of getting up and taking a shower, putting on makeup, fixing a meal. I mean, that takes so much energy. And after I do those things, I have nothing left, no energy for other things. So, I mean, this is my life. I'm officially disabled now. So I haven't been able to work, and it's just hard I can volunteer, but many times I have to end up canceling my volunteering because I'm too tired to drive. I have a lot of problems with driving. And then the final component that is very hard for people to understand, and not all Guillain-Barre people will experience this, but the depression and anxiety resulting from having a chronic illness that you most likely will have for the rest of your life. I mean, that's a hard pill to swallow. It's some days it really, really gets to you. So I've had to take a lot more anxiety and depression medication here recently after falling. I had a really bad fall that set me back. So this process of the GBS rehabilitation is like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's just a lot of back and forth. So also the last thing I will mention is the humidity is a big factor in making the fatigue a lot worse with GBS patients. I live in a very humid climate, so if the humidity is over 75%, it is so bad that I can barely get out of bed. So I just want people to know how bad just little things like humidity, or even getting a nerve block to do dental work. Everything becomes a major big deal, and it affects our bodies differently than the average person. Thank you so much for your time. Please like my channel and page. Thank you. Have a blessed day.